Y'all ain't ready for this one. Two of the biggest legends in the rap game, Eminem and Jay Z, have always had a relationship that's both iconic and complicated. From Renegade, where Eminem stole the show, to that Super Bowl drama where Jay allegedly tried to block 50 Cent from performing. The tension between these two have always kept us talking. Let's break it all down. So let me just say this from the jump. When you think of Eminem and Jay Z, you think of two rap giants. But their relationship is full of twists, turns, and let's be honest, some real controversial moments. But wait, there's more. We're about to settle one of the most heated debates in hip-hop history. Who really owned the Renegade verse? Back in 2001, Eminem and Jay Z dropped Renegade, and ever since, the streets have been divided over who had the better verse. Nas sparked the flames during his diss track Ether, claiming M murdered Jay on his own track. And honestly, y'all, that moment shook the culture. Jay-Z later addressed this in an interview with Hot 97, and y'all, he had some feelings. He said, and I quote, "Nas made that thing. I mean, because we always thought it. We always thought who was better, Cool G rap, but we still enjoyed the record. Now it's like you don't even get the record out before the person is saying who won, who won." Now, did Jay sound a little bit defensive here? Maybe, but he wasn't done. When asked if getting bodied by M stung, Jay clapped back with, "Nah, I think he's a very intelligent rapper. Some people gonna have better days. It's just the way it is. But if we count the amount of records that I've been on versus people who've had better performances, then it's gonna be like 400-3. Are y'all hearing this? Jay said he's 400-3. Now, I'm not too sure about that math. What do y'all think? But let's be real, Jay's right about one thing. Renegade stamped their relationship in hip-hop history. This moment would become a pivotal point in the complicated back and forth dynamic between these two legends. Now let's fast forward a bit. You know it's serious when even 50 Cent had to weigh in on the Eminem versus Jay Z debate. And 50 made his stance crystal clear. He's Team M all day. 50 said, and I quote, "There's points that they'll match M and J at points. That's Live Nation. It makes sense that it's the Detroit, New York show. But it only makes sense to me because of business. M sold like 60 million records more than him." Hold up. 60 million more records? That's mind-blowing. 50 Cent wasn't just pointing out numbers. He highlighted how M's success and influence transcended beyond just bars. It's about sales, legacy, and cultural shift. When you look at the impact both have had on the game, it's hard to argue with those stats. Now, 50 ain't just talking from the sidelines either. He and Eminem go way back, and their bond is unbreakable. The way 50 defended M's legacy against Jay Z speaks volumes about their loyalty. Like I said before, it wasn't just about bars anymore. It was about influence, numbers, and dominance in the rap game. Speaking of 50 Cent and Eminem's relationship, we gotta talk about that Super Bowl halftime show where 50 claims Jay Z tried to block him. Yup, it's deeper than just music. This is business now. The halftime performance featuring Kendrick Lamar, Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, and Eminem went down in history. But according to 50, Jay Z wasn't trying to have him there at all. 50 went on Big Boy TV and said, "I got the call before the Pepsi ad went up. I wasn't in the ad because of Jay Z and them was putting it together." So you mean to tell me Jay Z was in control of the Super Bowl lineup and tried to keep 50 Cent out? That's wild. But here's the thing. Eminem still came through for his brother, which speaks volumes about the bond they share. 50 even mentioned that during that iconic performance, M was looking out for their entire legacy. But 50 didn't hold back at all. He even went as far as to clown Jay for trying to look like the late John Michel Basquiat. 50 said, "You image yourself after a G.A.Y. painter. Big homie wanna look like a G.A.Y. painter." Now that's some serious shade. But on a serious note, this incident added a whole new layer to the Eminem and Jay Z relationship. It's not just about Renegade anymore. It's about power moves, loyalty, and how these artists navigate the biggest stages in the world. Each step heavy with rivalry and respect. Now this next part is juicy. Let's talk about the time Jay Z went on X and boldly declared, "No one can stand on that stage with me. It's not a chance in age that anyone can stand on that stage with me." Now that's some serious confidence. But as soon as Jay said that, the internet exploded, with fans throwing Eminem's name into that ring as a potential competitor for a versus battle with Jay Z. Y'all already know, versus battles have become the ultimate test of a rapper's catalog and presence. But here's the thing. Jay Z doesn't think anyone can go toe to toe with him, not even M. Now let me hit y'all with some facts. Eminem has sold over 60 million more records than Jay. His reach goes beyond just rap. We're talking about movies, international fan bases, and iconic songs that even those who don't follow hip-hop know by heart. So when XXL magazine posed the question to their followers, who would win in a versus battle, Jay Z or Eminem, one follower chimed in with a bold statement and said, "Bro, Eminem would lose even in Detroit." Whoa, I don't agree with that at all. That's a hot take. But the fact that people even entertained the idea of M and J going head to head in a versus shows just how complicated their relationship really is. And whether Jay wants to admit it or not, Eminem is one of the few rappers who can genuinely challenge him. Now let's bring it back to Renegade one more time. Over the years, this song has taken on a life of its own. Hip-hop OG Big Gip even claimed that Eminem made Jay Z cooler by doing the song with him. Big Gip said, at that time, Eminem was a monster. He was eating everybody that stood next to him. M took Jay into households Jay wasn't even in at that time. He made Jay cooler. No way Jay made him cooler. Now that's a powerful endorsement, but Gip wasn't wrong. Eminem was one of the biggest rappers in the world at that time, and his fan base was massive and still is. When Renegade dropped, it wasn't just hip-hop heads listening. It was everybody. In a way, being on a track with Eminem exposed Jay Z to new audiences who might not have been checking for him at all. Think about it. Renegade was certified gold by the RIAA, selling over 500,000 copies. Jay Z and Eminem's verses both spoke to their struggles, but Eminem's unique style and background added a fresh perspective to the song. This collaboration reveals just how complex their relationship is. They made magic together, yet their paths to success were much different. So after all these years, what's the deal with Eminem and Jay Z's relationship? It's complicated, no doubt. They have collaborated on classic tracks, faced their differences, and even found themselves at the center of some wild controversies. But one thing is clear, they both respect each other's talent, even if fans can't stop comparing the two. So what do y'all think? Do you believe Eminem and Jay Z have a complicated relationship? And do you really believe Jay Z when he claims he out-rapped everybody who featured on a track with him, all except for 3? Personally, I do think Eminem and Jay Z have a complicated relationship. And no, I don't buy Jay Z's claim of being 400-3 as he mentioned earlier. Honestly, I think M might distance himself from Jay Z after that whole Super Bowl situation. Jay Z allegedly trying to block Eminem's brother 50 Cent from the Super Bowl is just crazy. Jay Z should know better. 50 Cent and Eminem are like family. So yeah, Eminem might not be messing with Jay Z too much after that. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what y'all think. Peace.